Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching a video called 5 Normal Dutch Things That Surprise Me. Are these things weird? Let's start.
Grown people eating a Dutch lunch. Now, This comes with a prop. This is a sandwich.
That's
Hi, welcome to Jovie's home. I post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Today we are going to talk about 5 completely normal Dutch things that I found pretty surprising. So if that sounds good to you, then why don't you growl at the people walking outside?
The dog's growling.
Yeah, those
it's like a poodle.
naughty people who live here just walking around. Grr. Vinny, can I make my video now, please? Guys, before we get into the video, I want to apologize. If you hear building noises, they are literally, the house that you can see behind me, they're building it now. And I cannot control the noise. Trust me, it is like they're building in my brain. It is constant from 6 a.m. It does not stop. There is no breaks. It's really a lot. So I hope you cannot hear it, but if you can, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do until they move on to another location. But this is life. So no more talking, let's do this. So let's see, the first thing that I found quite shocking, surprising, it was different, is actually in public toilets. Okay. So in the United States and in Canada and in other countries that I've seen, when you go to a public toilet,
I'm scared.
They have like a little tissue, like a paper, I guess, that you can take and put it on top of the toilet seat. So there is like a barrier
the toilet
between
cover.
the seat and your bottom.
Yeah.
If you're going to sit on it. But in the Netherlands, that's not the case. There is no toilet seat liner. And if you're thinking, oh my goodness, how do you clean your seats? Well,
you don't?
Every single stall inside the toilets has like a little, what do you call it? Like a little metal spray thing attached to the wall, and you take your piece of toilet paper and you spray some of that antibacterial spray, and you can kind of clean along.
Oh, you have to clean it yourself.
Seat. So you can sterilize it so it's clean. You can definitely use it if you want to sit on it or whatever. But yeah, I found that to be quite a surprise. Can you guys let me know, if you don't live in the Netherlands, if you live in another country, do you guys have that, or do you have the more traditional kind of paper
I've never heard of
really
a
antibacterial
thing.
Let me know. We're talking about toilets. We are just going there today. But that's the end of the toilet discussion. There's no more. All right.
Okay, great.
Next thing that I found really surprising, and I hope it's just not me being dumb, but I hope that this is an actual thing, is it occurs at the gas station. And that is that in the United States, when you go to the gas station, you hold the pump, and then there's like a little lever that you can click down so that you don't have to physically hold the handle of the pump and like actually squish, to pump the gas the whole time that you're pumping gas. So basically you can put the gas nozzle in, lift it up, click the little lever, and walk away. You can go to the gas station, pay for something, get a snack, whatever, or just hang out by your car, but you don't have to physically hold the handle the whole time. And in the Netherlands you do, I think, because no matter how much I've tried, and I literally try every time I put gas, I cannot figure out how to get if there is something, I don't know the mechanism to get it so I don't have to hold the gas handle the whole time. I found that really interesting and surprising, and I still can't.
I wonder if it's a safety thing.
If it's me that's just dumb, then let me know in the comments below. I know you don't hold back.
I don't think you're dumb.
But also, don't just tell me that I'm dumb, but tell me how to fix it, because that's what I want to do. Yeah. Alongside that, let's just include this all in like a little group. I also found it surprising that in the Netherlands, you can pay for your gas after you've pumped it. So in the United States, when you go to a gas station, you either pin at the machine, or at the gas pump itself. There's like a little pin machine. Some gas stations here have it too. Or if you're gonna pay in cash, for example, then you go inside first. You tell them, I wanna put in
how much?
$20, $30, $50, whatever amount of gas into my car. You pay for it, and then they do something on their computer, and then it allows you to pump exactly that much money at the pump where your car is standing. But you can't pump it before. So to me, that's a symbol of trust. I know that there's cameras everywhere, and if you drive off without paying for your gas, they will come for you. I know that.
Of course.
But at the same time, it communicates a level of trust, you know? That, yeah, you'll pump your gas, and then you're gonna go in and pay for it. So
yeah.
I find that interesting. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 3 and number 4, they come with props, but before we get to that, click the like button already. How about subscribing? Did you do that already? I know a lot of people that watch my videos, they're not fully subscribed. Not fully, they're not subscribed at all. So please, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Subscribe. All right, moving on. Number 3. The number 3 thing that I found so surprising, and please, if you're an expat or if you're living, or if you're visiting, like if you have noticed this, please let me know in the comments. And that is
what?
Grown people eating a Dutch lunch. Now, this comes with a prop. This is a sandwich.
That's not a sandwich. To me, that's not a sandwich.
This is a typical Dutch sandwich, okay? You will notice that there is a slice of bread. Okay, I didn't put the butter on, but usually it would have like maybe some butter.
Oh, wow, because that makes it better.
One slice of cheese.
And no bread on top.
And in my old job, so I'm just gonna use him as an example. My old boss, he was, you know, more than 2 meters tall. He was like 6 foot something. He was a tall man, big man. And he would eat 2 of these for his lunch every day. It would be
so sad.
One with a slice of cheese and then one with a slice of ham. And that was his lunch.
Put them together.
For a grown-up. Every day. That is a typical lunch. Sometimes you'll see Dutch people also, you might make it fancy by folding it. Whoop, there you go.
I can't.
Eating your sandwich.
No,
people
that's
also,
so sad to me.
maybe you might have a slice of bread and you put some peanut butter on it or something, but typically they are not like an American sandwich, which Dan, can we insert a photo here for the Dutch people to know what I'm talking about? And to see why this is such a drastic difference from what I think of when I think of a sandwich.
Yeah, that's
also
not.
what is like something that a grown-up would eat. So my son basically eats the same as
But he's a child.
my 5-year-old son. So my 5-year-old son eats the same as my grown-up 2 meter tall former boss for lunch.
That's
They
so
eat the
weird to
same.
me.
I just find that surprising. Okay.
No,
And this was his lunch.
me too.
Every day. Every day my boss would have that. It's cool. I'm not judging, but it was a surprise. Okay. It was a surprise, and it's totally normal. This is a normal Dutch thing to do.
I think
Sandwich
their
at
lunches
lunch,
would give these
and
people
also
a heart
something
attack.
similar for breakfast. Moving on.
Again? For
The
you're
next
having
thing,
sandwich?
and I'm going to
Sandwich?
say it as number
For
4, but
breakfast
it
and lunch.
definitely goes hand in hand with number 3. And that is
I'm
what
scared.
people drink to go alongside their lunch. And that
Okay.
is very typically a glass of milk.
No,
So,
that's gross to me. I
totally
can't.
normal for Dutch grown-ups to,
No.
you know, have their boterham met kaas and then to have milk.
That's so gross to me.
This
I'm
will
sorry.
typically be regular milk or sometimes buttermilk, which in Dutch is karnemelk. So it's more like
Oh
the
my
little
God.
bit creamier
Like the Carnation brand.
buttermilk, karnemelk. You know what that is.
No, that's so gross. I'm sorry.
That's normal. So
It isn't.
I don't remember seeing anywhere
No.
outside of the Netherlands anyone
People
but
do this?
children
No.
drinking milk like on a regular, normal basis. So
No.
I adore dairy. I drink milk all the time, but I
No,
drink it
that's
in
so
my
gross to
coffee.
me.
So generally, if I would probably drink this much milk and then this much coffee. But yeah, I like it, but it's got to be mixed.
That's
I'm not
more
going to sit
milk
here
than
and just
coffee.
drink a cup of milk. But that is totally a typical thing that happens here that grown people have. They sell like little Tetra bricks or Tetra packs of milk, and you see people just taking that for lunch.
Yeah,
and
but for your
I
coffee.
find it so amusing. It was definitely surprising. I also remember when I gave birth and we were in the hospital and they served me breakfast of this and lunch of this, and I was like,
no, give me real food.
Yeah. I just had a baby. Can you give me something more? Like, I don't know how you Dutch do it. Let me know. Is it just a matter of being used to it? It must be. It must be a matter of just being used to the combination of the food, that's just what you're used to eating, so you don't feel hungry. But definitely, if you're coming from outside the Netherlands and you're used to having something different,
that's going to be so strange.
Yeah, people can be a little bit hungrier. That's all I'm saying here. And number 5. So the last thing I wanted to mention that I found a bit surprising when I moved here is the early dinner time. So in the Netherlands, it is completely normal.
How early is it?
That dinner time is at 6 o'clock. That is kind of between
early.
6 and 7, but like that's a normal, totally appropriate time for dinner.
You're getting from work at that time.
Completely Dutch in this respect. Okay,
oh my God, no.
I might even push it because I have 2 little kids, so we eat dinner at 5:30. But before I moved to the Netherlands, I was eating dinner like around 8:30
yeah,
sometimes.
That's normal.
My Spanish husband was eating dinner at 11 or 11:30.
Yeah, they eat very late.
So anyway, the dinner time, it was surprising to us how early it is. It's not a comment on whether it's bad or good or anything. It was just, again,
it's just weird
that we noticed that happened earlier. And certainly when my Spanish parents-in-law are here visiting, or my Spanish sister-in-law, when they come to visit here, they often comment on how early restaurants close in the Netherlands.
Oh my God, they close early?
The kitchen will close at a certain time. So oftentimes they'll say, like, we don't serve dinner after 9:30 or 10. And that's just
so
it.
strange.
There's, that's it. The kitchen's closed. So
that's
for
so
them,
weird to me.
that is a big surprise and something that maybe is not their favorite.
No, of course not.
It is what it is. When you're here, that's the dinner time. You eat when you eat, and that's it. It's also, I feel like Dutch people get an earlier start to their days, maybe. And so it makes sense,
that makes sense, yeah.
7 a.m. at noon, and then at 6, yeah, I guess it makes sense.
That makes sense.
So yeah, that surprised me. I would love to know what totally normal, like completely normal things surprised you when you moved to the Netherlands. And if you're Dutch, what normal things in other countries have surprised you when you've traveled abroad?
I normally see
really interesting
blow their minds.
These cultural differences, or these like norms that are just so ingrained in us when we are part of a certain country, or when we live somewhere, and then that shocking feeling that it can lead to when you travel outside, and then it's something like, but that's totally normal. It is totally normal to just drink milk as an adult.
It will never be normal.
And
I'm sorry,
I just find it really interesting to hear from you guys, your perspectives, to share with you mine, and surprises that we've found along the way. So, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming over today and spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure to speak with you today, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye. Okay, so yeah, a lot of things with her I find weird. Not like the toilet part. I don't think it's that weird, because I've been in places where it's definitely not the norm. I think it's actually a pretty American thing to have like those toilet covers, those paper covers. Well, not just American. There are other countries that I think have it, but there are other places where that isn't the norm, and it's like they don't really have that thing. But it is weird that there's an antibacterial situation that you have to like sanitize the thing yourself. I find that weird, and I have to say I find that actually weirder than just like raw dogging the thing, because it's like, so I have to actually, I don't know, isn't that like dirtier? I think, I don't know, because you don't have gloves, so you have to like actually grab a paper towel or like toilet paper, and you have to like do the thing and squeeze it, and you have to clean it yourself. Like, I don't know, I find that even like, I don't know, isn't it dirtier in a way? I don't know. I find it a little strange that you're expected to actually like clean the thing yourself. It's like, I don't know, just I don't know. I find it a little weird. Just saying. But it's like, it's like, and I'm wondering how
Like, is there instructions in it, or you're just like you're expected to know, like, okay, so I have to like apparently clean the thing myself? Like, I don't know, because if I enter a toilet stall and there's not like a toilet cover, then it's like, okay, it's one of those places where there's like nothing, like you're expected to just like sit down or not sit down, whatever it's your choice, but you're not expected to do anything. It's like, okay, there's nothing, like whatever. It's not, I'm not gonna expect, oh, I have to clean it. It's like, okay, I'm wondering if it comes with instructions, and that's how you find out, oh, okay, so they're expecting me to clean it. I don't know, but that's on one hand. The other things, absolutely, I'm with her. It's very weird. I have to say, the sandwich, I don't even know you can call that a sandwich. I would call it more like a toast, I think, even though I know, because it's not even toasted, it's just like plain bread, I think. So it's even weirder, like the cheese is not even melted, it's just a slice of cheese, and it's cold, and I don't know, I find it strange, and I'm like, it's like an open, you can say like, oh, it's an open sandwich, but it's like, not really, because there's nothing, I think, for me to consider something a sandwich. Like, it's gotta have, I don't know, a few things. Like, it's not just cheese. Like, you need to have, some sort of spread, and you need to have like some sort of like meat or cheese, something substantial, even like, I don't know, chickpeas, and you gotta have vegetables, of course, even if it's just lettuce and tomatoes. Like, you gotta, a sandwich, it's gotta be sturdy. Like, it's gotta be, I don't know, like there's some heft to it. Like, you can't just like give me a piece of bread and cheese on top and expect me to call that a sandwich. Like, that's not a sandwich. I'm sorry, it isn't. I think the only exception is like peanut butter and jelly, and even peanut butter and jelly, like, it has two things, like, and it's again, and it has two covers, like, it's one bread, one slice, and the other, and you like put it together. So it's like super strange, and she's like so concerned about the fact that it's just like that's lunch. Your lunch is just like one or two slices of bread, a slice of cheese, and that's it. It's like, well, I'm with her. It's like, don't you get like hungry throughout the day? Because I think lunch tends to be a little more substantial, and it's like, how are you not passing out throughout, during the day, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Like, you need more calories in order to sustain yourself. Where's the protein? Like, where are the vegetables? You need something else. You need like a salad and some sort of protein, and I don't know, maybe some vegetables or something else. I don't know. I find that extremely strange, I have to say, and I'm wondering if it's just like the people that she worked with, or it's just like, or maybe it's Amsterdam. She doesn't mention where she lives, but I'm guessing it's Amsterdam, and I'm guessing if other places eat differently, and it's not. Hopefully Dutch people eat a little better than that, because again, I'm worried now. It's like they're not getting enough calories throughout the day, because apparently also that's their breakfast. So it's like you're eating how much bread and cheese throughout the day, but again, it's not something, it's just like a sandwich for breakfast. This is like for breakfast and lunch, and again, where are the substantial things? Where are the calories? You're not getting enough calories in your body, especially like if there are grown people, and I know that they're very tall, so they need more calories. It's like, what are you doing with your life? How are you not passing out? I have so many questions, and I'm wondering, like, what's dinner then? Dinner, I'm guessing dinner, it's gotta be something else, it's gotta be maybe some soup, and I don't know, maybe like, again, meat or some I don't know, some vegetables, or some grains, again, something more sturdier. I don't know, because I'm wondering, like, they're killing themselves with hunger. I'm sorry, like, it does not compute. And also the milk situation, it would never not be weird. I'm sorry, drinking milk straight out of, like, and she says, like, I like it. It's like, no, that's so weird to me. I know that some people do like it, but me personally, I can't with it. Like, it's just like a glass of milk. That to me is incredibly gross. I do not like that. I think it's weird. Well, again, it's weird because it's like a grown adult doing it. I think maybe for children, and I don't think, even like these days, I don't think it's that normal for children to like drink milk. I don't think it's that normal either. So it's like, I don't know, that's something so like throwback vintage, where I think that people used to like give people, like, you used to drink milk. I think that happened like in the 1950s or 60s. I think that was normal back in the day. But I think these days, I don't think it's that normal for people to just be drinking milk. I don't know. It's so strange to me, that concept of just, drinking milk. And even because, again, it's like, what's wrong with other drinks? Like, you can have coffee or I don't know, because is it warm milk? Is it cold milk? I don't know. It's weird. So strange. But it's like, put some coffee. I think milk to me is just, to put it on your coffee, or or I don't know, a protein shake, or I don't know, a great number of things, but not drinking it like straight from the carton and just like pour it in and give me a glass of milk. That's so strange. And also the early dinners, I find like she makes sense. She explains it, and it's like, well, you know what? I think it makes a lot of sense, because it's like if you're getting an early start to your day and it starts at 7 a.m., it makes sense that you're ready to like, well, I'm super tired. It's like 8 o'clock, and I'm already like I'm gonna sleep, because yes, of course, you're getting up at 6 a.m. Of course, you know, it makes sense. So your lunch and breakfast hour and dinner hours are gonna obviously depend on your lifestyle, but I think it's also, I think that's very personal. I don't think you can generalize, because I think it depends so much on what people do for work or what their lifestyle is. You know, if they have classes, you know, at a certain time of the day. Like, I think it just like, it's very variable how like the hours at which like people eat. I think it's something that is very personal, because I think it depends a lot on like what kind of lifestyle they lead. So it's like, okay, I'm not generalizing, but I think it makes sense if a lot of people, like, again, to have an early start to their day. It's like, well, yes, I'm guessing it's a little normal that they eat dinner at like 6 p.m. or even 5, which is like, oh my god. But to me, that's a little strange. And it's even stranger to me that restaurants just will not, they close, like they're closed down. It's like, no, we're not opening the kitchen. Like the kitchen closing at 9 p.m. for a restaurant, that's a foreign concept to me. It's like, I know that some people, again, because of what I just said, if you get an early start to your day, you're gonna grab, you know, you're gonna grab an early dinner. But how about people that do not lead that lifestyle? Some people want to grab, you know, I want to go out to eat and have dinner at like 8 or 9 p.m. It's normal, but apparently you can't, because it's like, no, it's closed. So it's like, okay, so you're telling me if I go to a restaurant in the Netherlands, I need to have an early dinner. Like, it's like 7 p.m. max. So it's kind of, it's a little strange, I have to say, because it's like, not everyone leads the same lifestyle. What happens with Dutch people that do not, that for some reason, they get up like a little late in the day, and they eat their breakfast at like 10 a.m. and obviously lunch is gonna be like what, 2, 3, and then obviously dinner is gonna be like, well, I want to have dinner like at 9. I don't know. And especially because if you're getting off work and maybe you're going out to your house, maybe like get a shower, getting dressed. So it's like, I got out of work at 6, and then while I get to a restaurant, maybe it's gonna be like 8. So I'm worried. It's like, oh no, like if I'm not gonna have time. I'm not gonna have time to eat. I'm so concerned about that situation. But yes, I'm with her in a lot of things that I find weird as well. So most of them as well. So I'm with her. So it's apparently very normal for Dutch people, but I think it's not normal for the rest of the world, and I wholeheartedly agree. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!